Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kanwal. First, the headlines. Final lists of candidates along with their symbols are being posted outside the offices of returning officers and district returning officers countrywide. Pakistan Press Foundation has launched a reporting and monitoring mechanism for election-related violence against media personnel and institutions. At the United Nations, Pakistan has called for proactive diplomatic efforts instead of war to achieve the goal of preventing grave crimes against humanity. China has urged the international community to give full recognition to Pakistan's efforts in combating terrorism and terrorist financing under very difficult conditions. Afghan president has declared an end to the government's unilateral ceasefire with Taliban. In the FIFA World Cup 2018, 2 matches will be played in the pre-quarter final knockout round today. And now the news in detail. Final lists of candidates along with their symbols are being posted outside the offices of returning officers and district returning officers countrywide. In Islamabad, 28 candidates are in the race for NA 52 seat, whilst for NA 54, the main contestants are Anjum Akil of PMLN, Asad Umar of PTI, Imran Ashraf of PPP, and Mia Aslam of MMA. PTI Chairman Imran Khan, Aisha Gulalai, and former Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi are vying for NA 53 seat, among others. ECP officials told our correspondent that the process of consolidation of data is currently underway and the completion of the process will take some time. The final list of candidates will be published on the Election Commission's website after the consolidation of entire data. Polling will be held on 25th of next month. This time, the Election Commission has extended polling time. It will begin at 8 in the morning and will continue till 6 in the evening without any break. Election Commission of Pakistan has decided to give it additional 1,000 rupees to all such presiding officers who will assist in transferring the election results to ECP through result transmission system. According to ECP, this step will encourage presiding officers serving on 85,000 polling stations across the country to use their own cell phones for result transmission system. According to Section 13(2) of the Election Act 2017, all presiding officers are required to immediately send picture of Form 45 through RTS application installed in their cell phones to Returning Officers Election Commission of Pakistan. Pakistan Press Foundation has launched a reporting and monitoring mechanism for election-related violence against media personnel and institutions. Incidents of election violence will be reported to PPF by telephone, email, and WhatsApp, and also on the Twitter. The reports of each attack against media personnel and institutions will be brought to the notice of Election Commission of Pakistan, relevant federal, provincial, and local authorities. Caretaker Chief Minister Balochistan Alauddin Mari has said that all available resources will be utilized for holding the upcoming general election in a free, fair, and transparent manner. Talking to a delegation elders of Chaman area in Quetta today, he said all political parties and candidates would be provided equal opportunities of taking part in the election in a peaceful atmosphere. Caretaker Punjab Chief Minister Hassan Askari Rizvi says the government will ensure implementation of the framework given by the Election Commission for holding general elections in a transparent and peaceful manner. In an interview to Radio Pakistan Lahore, he said administrative arrangements are being made in the light of the Code of Conduct issued by the Election Commission. Sindh Cabinet met under Caretaker Chief Minister Sindh Fazlur Rahman in Karachi today. According to the spokesman of Chief Minister House, the Cabinet discussed the purchase of closed-circuit cameras for installation at polling stations. CCTV cameras will be installed at all polling stations by 23rd of next month. Chief Justice of Pakistan, Mia Saqib Nisar, has said that the amount of recovered from loan defaulters will be used for construction of dams. He made the remarks while hearing a suo motu case regarding written-off loans worth 54 billion rupees in Islamabad today. Saqib Nisar said some of the defaulters have expressed willingness to pay 75% of the written-off loan amount, whereas those who do not return the amount will be sent to the banking courts. Hearing of the case has been adjourned till 4th of next month. This is Radio Pakistan. At the United Nations, Pakistan has voiced its strong disapproval of the double standards in implementation of international obligations to protect civilians and prevent crimes against humanity. While speaking in assembly debate on responsibility to protect and prevent crimes against humanity, Pakistan's permanent representative to the UN, Maliha Lodhi, said selectivity has meant that egregious crimes, including killings and mass blinding, claim innocent victims in Indian-occupied Kashmir in full view of the international community. She concluded by remarking that was needed is a surge in diplomacy, not war, to achieve the goal of preventing grave crimes against humanity. China has urged the international community to give full recognition to the great efforts and sacrifices by the Pakistani government and people in fight against terrorism. This was stated by Chinese Foreign Ministry's spokesperson Lu Kang during a regular briefing in Beijing. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani today declared an end to the government's unilateral ceasefire with Taliban, allowing the military to restart operations against the militants. Addressing a press conference in Kabul, he said the ceasefire, which lasted for 18 days, was 98% successful. Ashraf Ghani said that the government will continue its efforts for peace in the country and try harder to get results. Meanwhile, 15 Taliban have been killed and 18 others injured in airstrikes and a premature explosion of mine they were planning en route to target an army convoy. The United Nations says situation in Gaza continues to worsen, which has been crippled by a blockade for more than a decade. This has been revealed in a statement issued by UN Special Rapporteur Michael Link, who is monitoring human rights situation in occupied Palestinian territories to prepare a latest report. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres will visit Bangladesh on Monday to assess the sufferings of Rohingya refugees and progress toward their safe return to Myanmar. In the FIFA World Cup 2018, 2 matches will be played in pre-quarter final knockout round today. France will take on Argentina in Kazan at 7 p.m., while Uruguay will face Portugal in Sochi at 11 p.m. The pre-quarter final knockout round of 16 teams will start today. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, thundershower with gusty winds is expected at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir, and its adjoining areas. To end the news, here are once again the headlines. Final lists of candidates along with their symbols are being posted outside the offices of returning officers and district returning officers countrywide. Pakistan Press Foundation has launched a reporting and monitoring mechanism for election-related violence against media personnel and institutions. At the United Nations, Pakistan has called for proactive diplomatic efforts instead of war to achieve the goal of preventing grave crimes against humanity. China has urged the international community to give full recognition to Pakistan's efforts in combating terrorism and terrorist financing under very difficult conditions. Afghan president has declared an end to the government's unilateral ceasefire with Taliban. In the FIFA World Cup 2018, 2 matches will be played in the pre-quarter final knockout round today. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.